What's up YouTube? It's AJ from AU79 Prospecting. When I go out gold prospecting, there are two things that I look for. First thing, you want to look for good dirt. Dirt that's easy to run and that's pretty close to your wash plane or your sluice box. Clay is on one end of the spectrum, it's really hard to run, pain in the butt to deal with. Then you got something like sand on the other side, which is really easy to run. We're basically running material today that's really close in consistency with sand, so that's awesome. The second thing is you got to run material that's rich in gold. I know this material is really rich in gold because we did the math earlier in the season. We ran about 60 buckets and we were averaging exactly 0.02 grams per bucket. So how much is that? Is that a lot? Is that a little? Well, let's think about the Discovery Show Gold Rush. They get all excited when they find ground that's, $10 an hour or $10 a yard, $15 a yard. Sometimes they're running material that's $7 or $8 a yard. Let's do the math and see what 0.02 grams a bucket equates to in dollars per yard.
I know this material averages 0.02 grams per bucket. 1 bucket of material is the equivalent of 5 gallons. Based off of a quick Google search, 1 yard is equivalent to 200 gallons, and 200 gallons is equivalent to 40 buckets. So you then take that yard of material, which is 40 buckets, and you multiply it by how rich your dirt is, which for us is 0.02 grams per bucket. And that gives you a total of 0.8 grams of gold per yard of material. To translate that into dollars, you then take that 0.8 grams of gold and you multiply it by the current rate of gold, which is $41.50 as of the making of this video, which gives you an average of $33 per yard.
So we're basically running material that's 3 to 4 times richer than what they run in Gold Rush. So we have the potential to get a lot of gold today, and I'm not alone. We had so much fun last time, we're working together again this time. So this is the gig master again.
What's up, fellas?
Steve, yeah.
All right, let's get some gold.
That's right, we got a lot of gold today, guys. So the only problem I had last time working this area was there were so many rocks, big rocks and twigs and leaves and stuff that kept clogging up the sluice box. So I made sort of a homemade classifier that we're putting on top of our baby rock truck here. So we're able to screen out the biggest stuff, the roots and leaves and stuff, and just run the pay dirt underneath. So let's get to work, baby. Let's find some big gold today. So we got our Gold Hog piglets set up. We kind of have it in basically a huge recirculating mode because this area doesn't have a lot of water. We pretty much built a little dam. We got the 6-inch extension because we're dealing with really fine gold today. So the water rushes off, then comes back around, back into my holding ponds, and we keep running and running and running. We should run 50 to 100 buckets today, so somewhere between 1 to 2 grams of gold. That's the goal. Let's get to work, baby. So the way that I'm running it is I almost overfill the hopper, I'll clear out the grizzly bars, quickly, manually rinse the material, and then let the rocks go down. Then you do it a second time. And that's a total of almost one bucket. And thankfully, the material is really loose, so I can help wash it a little bit in the hopper. Let the rocks go down. Clear it off, and you're ready for the next bucket. When I was doing this earlier in the summer, when I didn't have the extra water flow, it took me almost 2 minutes to run a bucket. I think I can successfully run it in less than half the time now. And again, it's all because of extra water flow in the destruction chamber. Makes all the difference in the world. Now what I'm going to do also to make sure we get every speck of gold is I'm going to quickly rerun my coarse tailings. There's a little bit of dirt left on them because the water flow is a little less than ideal right now. So we're gonna run it one more quick time, wash it all off, then we'll do our morning cleanup and see what we got. Hopefully we're at 1 gram. All right, so we are running our first roughly 40 to 50 buckets here. So our morning run, and we're gonna be using a cash pan because there's gonna be a lot of fine gold.
Just want the water only to take it off. Don't try to shake it off. Water only.
And we're getting real close to the end. It's just a lot of black sand, as you can see. So we're still taking our time. We were able to see a little gold in the corner already. So we're hopeful. Question is, how much is there? More, if you keep an eye on this area, more and more gold will be walking to the top. Guys, look at that. That is awesome. There's a lot of it. It's very fine, but you can see it's this whole area circling around the top. There's a couple slightly bigger pieces. I don't think we have a picker. We got a couple of slightly chunkier pieces. I don't know if this is 1 gram, but this is still a pretty decent amount. So we're going to go ahead and take a quick lunch break, and we're going to get back to work. You know, my record this year, 0.6 grams. I think we're going to easily beat that today. But I really want to have a visit where I get 1 gram. Let's see if we can make it happen, guys. Stay tuned. So we're working a totally new area. We're finding all this beautiful white quartz. This is what the old timers were after. This is what they crush up and run through their sluices. But they didn't do a very good job at it, and we're taking advantage of that today. Even though this area's been worked pretty hard, the hardest areas to get at, people don't dig, because you know what? People are lazy. If you're willing to put in the hard work and get to areas where people miss, you can find great gold. There was a guy who found like a 1 ounce nugget right where you were walking into the claim, right there, because there's an area that no one had thought to look at. People dig the easy stuff. So dig the hard stuff, work hard, and you'll find the gold, baby. Let's keep going at it.
I think AJ got the right note. Move more dirt.
Find more gold.
There you go.
Here's our quick cleanup from the field, guys. I think we definitely set a record. Look at that. There's a couple of bigger pieces in there. No nuggets, but lots of fine gold, and there's still a ton left in the black sands. So I think we definitely got over 1 gram today. Question is, how far over? Great trip with the Gig Master. All right, guys, take a look at that. On the left-hand corner, that's all the gold we panned out in the field. It's a pretty impressive amount. What's more impressive to me is the amount of gold we lost when we were panning it out. Always bring your cons home for final processing, guys. That's a couple tenths of a gram there on the right side. I always love to watch how gold acts in the pan when you tap it. Right now all the gold's sort of mixed together. It's unusual for me to have this much gold in a pan at once. So watch what happens when I tap it. The really fine gold will go to the right side of the screen, and the coarser gold will go to the left side of the screen. It's pretty cool. You can see that it's really cool, that sort of crescent shape. The finest pieces, the sort of, you can see it over there, the sub, 100 mesh gold's all here. Then it slowly gets bigger, bigger, and the biggest pieces are over here. Let's go ahead and dry it up and weigh it up. I am super excited. This is definitely over 1 gram, guys. Question is it 2 grams? Stay tuned. Alright guys, it's time to do our final weigh-in. Let's see what we got. That's our record for the season there. Getting close. 1 gram, baby. That was my big goal for the season. But we're not done yet. Almost 1.2. 1.183 grams. Sweet. And that's from a total of about 5 hours of high banking. Not bad at all, guys. Alright guys, that was an awesome trip. We found a ton of gold, we had a lot of fun, and I accomplished my last goal for the season, to have an outing where we got 1 gram of gold. So I am super stoked. Thank you guys for joining me on this journey. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. I'll see you next time, guys.